way past what our friend, brother was saying. We are way past that. We are way past recalling the MPs, past impeachment motions. We are on the streets. And a lot of our people have already been murdered by Ruto. So it's not a question of process. The process that we have now is a popular revolutionary process on the streets everywhere in the Republic of Kenya. We are in all villages, we are in all towns, we are in all cities, and people are calling for Ruto to go. This is a constitutional process. As I explained yesterday, under Clause 1 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the sovereignty of the people, the power to constitute ourselves into a state, into a government, vests or belongs to the people. That's Clause 1 of the Constitution. That's where it is. You can choose to govern yourselves through your elected representatives, or you can do so yourselves directly when your elected representatives or quote-unquote governors have failed, which is what happened more than 2 weeks ago. Ruto failed. Ruto registered to the people that he failed by forcing Finance Bill 2024 on us, even though Kenyans had told him in petition after petition, protest after protest, and engagement after engagement, that he needed to withdraw it entirely so that he could bring a legislation or bill that was acceptable to the people. He refused. He said, I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. And then he forced his MPs, who are basically robots, to pass it in parliament. And then he was going to sign it had the people not taken over parliament and all spaces in Kenya. In other words, if we don't do what we did last week, we have lost it. We cannot change course and go back and start the process all over again. He occupies and controls the legislature. He controls the National Assembly. He controls the Senate. He controls the county assemblies. He controls the governors who are robots, headed by Anne Waiguru, the NYS thief. He controls the media, largely, except for the brave journalists that you saw yesterday, but the institutions of the media he controls. He controls the judiciary. So which means that he has blocked all democratic routes for people to be able to bring him to account. You can't take him to court and win. You can't take him to the National Assembly through any impeachment legislation and win. So where is the space that you can engage William Ruto and be able to tell him that we are your bosses, you must do what we say? It's only in the public square. It's only on the streets. It's only in the city. The Constitution does not take power that it has given in Clause 1. Clause 1 is not negated in any part of the Constitution. The following provisions of the Constitution simply says that once the people have delegated power to someone like the president, they would exercise that power. The delegation happens at election time. But if the people believe, for instance, that the president has not done what he was elected to do, Clause 1 can always be triggered by the people. And they do not have to go to their delegate, the person they have delegated power to, for permission to get back their power. That's like saying, if you have an employee and you have given the employee the terms and conditions of employment. There is a letter of employment. They are not supposed to be insubordinative to you. They are not supposed to steal from you. They are supposed to be answerable to you when they have done something and you want to call them to account. If they disobey your orders, you can fire them. And you don't need permission from them to fire them. So what I'm saying, the Constitution is our employment letter. We gave the president or Ruto a job to do. And for 2 years, he has done no job for us. He has been mangering all over the world, going to Washington. In fact, Ruto has been traveling every single week. He has spent billions of our money. He's our employee. We are the employer. He has spent billions without permission from us. He purported to have hired a jet to Washington without our authority. There is no constitutional power he had to unilaterally take our money and hire a jet. We have Kenya Airways. That is the mode of transportation for anybody who is working for us, because Kenya Airways partly belong to us. So what I'm saying is that Ruto has abrogated every constitutional provision and every term of employment, and he stands dismissed.